Here they come now. Elmer, Neville, may I introduce young Edwin Drood.
Sir.
Sir, I congratulate you on your good fortune, Mr. Drood.
Good fortune, sir.
Your betrothal, sir.
Oh, yes. Rosa.
Our young Ned is soon to depart himself to your segment of the globe, Neville. Oh, say on, Mr. Drood.
No, but much the same. Egypt.
To make your future, sir?
No, to ensure that Egypt has one. I shall shortly be taking over my family's engineering concern over there, and I plan to pull off a miracle.
Well, what miracle?
The Cairo Transverse, Mr. Landless. A thoroughfare for commerce and coach travel across the desert to Alexandria.
A monumental task, Mr. Drood.
Yes.
One wonders when one will obtain, for example, the paving stones?
From the pyramids.
No.
Yes. My studies show that there is enough rock in the top half of the Great Pyramid alone.
This is English blasphemy. Is it not enough that you take authentic approved tea leaves and likewise improve it by pouring cow's milk into... Please, let us not raise our voices here in... Cloisterham High Street.
I meant no offense, sir.
And I did not mean my awkward ways to arouse such emotion, or to ruffle your splendid feathers, Miss Bard.
I'm sure Mr. Landless only feels perfectly about his part of the world, Edwin.
As long as he keeps his passions in check.
I fear I have not yet adapted myself to your strange climate, Master Edwin. Miss Bard.
My uncle has already given me some account of your hot-blooded temperament and past, sir. I hope you have left them both behind you.
My reputation precedes me here, a situation I needs must hear. What have I of blending in when differences are seen? I thought I cleansed my slate at last, but they anticipate my past.
Which shall I show them the full effect?
What do I owe them? What they expect? A British subject on display. From Ceylon to today, our immigration to this location has brought us nation down in my this destination, devastation in rank and file and English are they and British am I.
British are they and English am I. There are two subjects we take discuss.
One is our monarch, the other's us. Subject nonetheless.
Somewhere in wide they'll try to guess.
Cape Town of Burma, what's all the fuss? All down of Burma belongs to us. A British subject bred and born, and subject not to scorn. On immigration, my dreams are British destination. British justice down in my in rank and file and English are they, and British am I. On immigration, British destination. Justice down in my in rank and file and English are they, and British am I. This is the way we'll say. This is the way we'll say till we die. Till we die.
You see, Mayor Sepsi, it's just as I've been saying. There is an instinctive rivalry between my own dear boy and that landless fellow, and I fear his hot-blooded Eastern temperament.
No, I think you exaggerate the matter, Mr. Jasper.
I will go mad. Do you not realize that there is more than one face, one side to all things in nature? Beneath Neville's tainted English accent and adopted English manners, there is a heathen Landless, a tribesman Landless, a half-blooded, half-bred, half-caste, who would kill as easily as he would comb his slick hair.
Come now, Mr. Jasper. This is quite extraordinary.
On the contrary, nothing could be more ordinary, sir. I myself suffer from this sort of duality on occasion. Sometimes I will forget things and going back to fetch them find myself rounding a corner I've already turned.
And what about me, playing your chairman and this sapsy fellow? It's damned confusing.
Indeed. Like our own two-sided Neverlandless, I find that I am not myself these days. For all I know, I might be you. There's more than room enough for two inside my mind.
I am likewise in a haze of who I am, from scene to scene. What's more we do, before I mean, or in our mind.
What is it I? What is it me?
And if I'm him or if I'm me, each one of us might not agree on what to do.
And if I take opposing sides within myself, then who divides up what is right or wrong?
I'll go along with you.
Okay. Come to a shilling, to a to a florin, and would you not fancy the currency for it to pound the same face and besides of the coin? Father's your uncle from Venice to Guinness, the two-sided princes, the rule of exception, and would you not be with the fool of deception to find the same face and besides of the coin? Heads or tails?
It's high or low,
Or black or white?
it's up or down,
Or left or right?
or night
or day?
Nature seldom ever fails to most obligingly provide an undisclosed opposing side to one's dismay.
There's shadows in the shining moon.
If there's a rose, there's a thorn.
You're good as dead as soon as born.
And yet we smile, but luck's division is perverse.
It seems to win what in reverse.
If things are better, they'll be worse in just a while.
Come to a shilling, just not to a florin, and would you not fancy the currents of foreign to find the same face on the side of the coin? Promise your uncle from Venice to Guinness, the two-sided princes, the rule of exception, and would you not be but the full of deception to find the same face on the side of the coin? La 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 la. Glad I'm never doing this again. All right.
You've convinced me, Mr. Jasper. I shall certainly keep my eyes fixed on this Neverlandless fellow.
A brilliant and original idea, Mayor Sepsi. But now I fear I must change. Good day.
Bye-bye. We now fall in line with a relic known only to the citizens of Cloisterham as Drood. A man whose knowledge of the cathedral tombs is preceded only by his capacity for wine and spirits. He is on his way to an assignation.
What's that you say, Bill?
I said, an assignation with Mayor Sapsy, who lives just around behind.
What's that you say, Bill?
I said, around behind.
And so have you.
I did not come here to be insulted.
Why? Where do you usually go?
I'm not a complete fool, you know.
Oh, which bit is missing?
You're next to an idiot.
Pleased to meet you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you, and I do not want him back, your friend, not mine, the clown prince of the music hall royale, Mr. Nick Cricker.
Assisted, dear friends, by my own young lad, Nick Cricker the second.
Yes, a warm round of applause for Nick Cricker and son.
Afternoon, Mayor Sapsy, your lordship, sir.
A good afternoon, Dartle.
I'm begging your pardon, sir. The cough. It's a touch of rheumatism.
No, you mean rheumatism.
No, sir, I've been working on your dead wife's grave.
Please refer to the late Mrs. Thomas Sapsy, It's just that, Turtles. The late Mrs. Thomas Sapsey. That is how I like to refer to her. Indeed, that is how I like to think of her.
She was 1 in a million.
No, she was 1 in a raffle. But is my wife's tomb ready?
Yes, Governor, the door is all ready for my inscribing. She'll be much happier when we've moved her from a temporary grave, though it's not been at all damp, and the moles won't have been able to get her for ages. Though, I mean, there's not much you can do about the worms. They've already made a meal of Mrs. Sapsey, no matter.
Yes, yes. And who is this thing, this boy?
My protege, Squire. Name of deputy.
I put the lock on your wife's crate myself, your lordship.
That's right. I have the keys right here. And it'll be my pleasure to unlock that door and slide your old woman right in there tomorrow. There's enough room for the whole royal family to have afternoon tea. That crypt is a national treasure, if I may make so bold, Your Grace. In fact, just a while ago, Mr. Jasper asked if I'd take him down into the crypts to see it.
You might like to add that line to your list of suspicious statements.
Steady on, Bill. We don't want these people leaping to conclusions without all the facts at hand, else they'll be running off to the races.
What are you doing? No! That is scheduled for later on in this program. We cannot stop this dramatic momentum we're building here. For now. For now, we must descend into the darkness as we follow Durdles and Deputy to the graveyard of Cloisterham Cathedral.
Inside Mr. Sapsey's crypt while I was asleep?
No, I seem to be lost.
I myself was lost in a fitful dream. I dreamed that someone had touched me and taken something from... Oh, it is what it was. Mayor Sapsey wouldn't like me leaving the keys to his wife's crypt right in front of the mausoleum. He gave me specific instructions. That's odd. 1, 2, 1. And now the key to Mrs. Sapsey's crypt is missing. What do you think, Mr. Jasper?
I think I've got guests due at any minute for Christmas dinner. And a poor host I'd be not to offer them all the comfort and joy of the season. A happy Christmas to you, Durnals.
And God rest ye merry, Mr. John Jasper.
Chatting afternoon here among these silent tombs, my own betrothed. No, Rosa, we are not legally bound to marriage.
Then, Eddie dearest, let us change to brother and sister from this day forth.
Never to be husband and wife?
Never.
I am honour bound to confess that this thought does not originate with you alone, Rosa.
I know, dear one. You have not been truly happy with our engagement, nor have I.
I am sorry, Rosa.
And I for you. Poor boy.
Oh, if only our marriage had not been assured since birth, perhaps then we would know how we truly feel towards each other.
If we were perfect strangers, how perfect life could be. I'd know if I adored you, you'd know if you loved me. Too much we've seen together to judge the year. Too much we've been together, and I assumed the future, and I presumed that you were.
Expecting us for dinner, and I fear there's a storm brewing.
What a bizarre climate you have here in Cloister. First snow, and now this threatening storm. The gods must be angry.
God. Not gods. We use the singular in English.
What a storm for Christmas Eve.
Yes. It's like this night that Rose's mother died.
Neville tells me you were once engaged to Rose's mother, Mr. Crisparkle?
Yes, but I'm afraid I was a bit too Anglican. A bit too angular for her taste. But then, at the seaside party celebrating her second anniversary, a few months after Rosa was born, she apparently slipped and drowned in the embrace of the ungrateful waves. But enough! Let us follow Mr. Jasper and forget our grievances with life and with each other over a sturdy Christmas dinner.
Yes, I pray you forgive the meager merits of my humble table.
Hello all! Sorry we're late, but we fought the storm.
Miss Bud! How wondrous it is to see you again. Here, let me take your thing.
I had no idea you'd taken on domestic staff, Uncle.
Edwin, Mr. Landis will take you seriously.
No fear. Now, lads. Rosa, you've no idea what it means to have you in my chambers.
Miss Bud, how is it that in the season of hurry, you can remind me of the flowering abysses?
And how is it you remind me of an inconsistent baker, Neville? For while your metaphors seem quite stale, your manners are uncommonly fresh.
You go too far, sir! Gentlemen, this is Christmas Eve, and I will have no more of this unchristian-like behavior between you. Now, this small wine is very good stuff indeed. I prepared it especially from a recipe I obtained on a recent trip to London.
Well, any port in a storm for me, Uncle.
Any port in a storm. Very good, Edwin. None for me, thanks.
Now, let us drink deep.
This wine is more potent than usual, Jack.
Yes, I thought you lads might like it. Now, let's have no more of this ill will between you.
Please, Edwin.
There is no longer any cause for rivalry between us, Neville. You have my friendship, if you wish it.
Then a Merry Christmas to you, Edwin.
The goose is cooked.
Miss Bud, I believe your next Christmas dinner will be in Egypt.
My God, Landis, perhaps you should accompany us to Cairo. I'm sure Rosa and I could use someone to carry our bags.
What?
Yes, someone better acquainted with a foreign tongue than he is with minding his own.
Gentlemen, ladies, please be seated.
Sir, I don't much like your tone, that supercilious sneer you wear. Clear you wear a finer cut than mine, a butter waistcoat. One can soon be torn to read like you should bleed his blood so blue.
Something in this speech seems ominous to me. Tread don't overreach, pray promises to me.
Praise to him divine, for this we should be glad.
Won't you try some wine?
No good can come from bad.
My dearest nephew, Ned, I wish to wish you well. The world is yours before you, just like
Voices on the shelf.
Landless as you are unknown, your blood is hot, but less than pure, less unsure than we. Your history would indicate the past of some have cast runs through your veins. Your crudeness thus explains.
Something sends it chill like feet upon my grave. Kept my strength and will, but leaves me never the same.
Could these words they say bring harm upon the land?
night must follow day.
No good can come from bad.
My dearest, deepest friends, I wish to propose a toast to Rosa Bard and Edwin Drood 3 Tears.
And here's the rest. How very blessed are we, when oh so many starve. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done.
Which one of you will come?
Glances cut like blade through bone with daggers drawn. I glare at you, dare at you, who dare presume to stare into my mate, my wife, and share my life. I'd see you dead before sweet Rosa went.
It waits there. I feel it, I feel it. We are friends, and yet we'll not soon forget. Here and there we spread every epithet.
In younger days I hungered for another, Rosa's mother. After Rosa's birth she left this, oh, dust is all I'm worth.
So long a time they thought that I'm addressed and old, quite naive. But I perceive these boys, listen boys, more frightening than they might conceive. So long a time I hungered for another, Rosa's mother.
These new additions then be revealed, murderous additions otherwise concealed. Fire will I come, one of you
leave. I must take a stroll down to the River Weir to see this fit of nature unchecked. Will you excuse me, Uncle?
Of course. I will join you on your walk.
And we must retire to the man's house before the storm. Good night, Edwin.
Right, dear.
Everyone.
Rosa.
Be careful and tread, never.
Well, I must see these ladies safely home.
Will you join us, Uncle?
No, Edwin, I fear I have plans I must execute. But I won't let you go out in that flimsy thing. You will wear my own humble but serviceable cage coat. Come, Edwin. Your destiny calls.
Well, goodbye, Uncle. Goodbye, all.
And in its wake, there is to be found no trace of young Edwin Drood.
Mr. Crisparkle! Oh, Reverend, I know something terrible has happened to Edwin.
Let us wait until my assistant Bassett arrives. You've heard, I'm sure, the sentiment voiced that no news is most certainly good news. Ah, here he comes now. Bassett, what news?
No news.
There, you see? I don't believe you met my assistant Bassett. His chief occupation is guiding excursion parties around our church. Quite the showman is our Bassett, but tragically misplaced.
Misplaced?
Yes, our Bassett carries with him a secret. Now, Rosa, what do you think he has done?
Oh dear, nothing dreadful, I hope.
He has written a play, a tragedy.
The Thorn of Anxiety.
When will this be performed, Mr. Bassett?
Never.
Sometimes I think he has more pride in his lack of support, like a citizen of Greece who prefers the Parthenon in ruin. But I hope to see his work performed someday.
I too, Mr. Bassett.
I love the theatrical world, but there are many stages beyond the proscenium. I long to play a larger part.
Then, use your enviable creativity to find some accounting for our young Ned.
That assignment I eagerly accept.
Oh, my dear helpless Edwin.
How like her mother she looks. Had the Lord seen fit to smile on me, had her mother not married another, nor met her death 2 years later at that pleasure party by sea, I might have been Rose's.
Father! I need your prayers.
Rise, my child. The cathedral bell summons us.
And is it not significant, Mayor Sepsi, that Neverlandless was last seen fleeing the district?
You've convinced me, Mr. Jasper. A secret murderer could be here amongst Cloisterham's most affectionate bosom. Yes, and all signs do point to young Neverlandless.
My thoughts exactly, sir.
I shall instruct a few strong fellows to bring him here, so that we may question him.
You do that, sir.
We'll find Neverlandless right away, and then we will educate the merchant swine. And then he'll have to have a name for Christmas. That's the dogs.
Oh, Mr. Jasper! Mr. Jasper! Look what I've discovered!
Why? It's my Edwin's coat, the one I gave to him last night. It's been torn to ribbons and... Oh God, there's his blood on it! Where did you find this?
Under a rock by the river Weir.
My dear boy is murdered. I take this oath before you, Bassett, record it in your memory, that I shall fasten the crime of murder upon the murderer, and that I devote myself to his destruction.
I shall remember your words, Mr. John Jasper!
I believe that's it for you this evening, Philip. Hardly seems you're coming out from Knutsford each night now, does it?
That's right, Bill.
You seem to specialize in these narrow parts of late.
Not by choice, Mr. Cartwright.
Let's see, in Julius Caesar you played the role of...
A senator.
Ah. So at least you were in for the kill. You know, it's rather strange that Mr. Charles Dickens created your character at all. Unless he had a more promising future in mind for you.
It's been my solace in the role, Mr. Cartwright.
Still, you do understudy Mr. Clive Paget as John Jasper. Surely one of these
In actuality, Mr. Paget claims to never have missed a single performance in his entire career.
Oh, well, Philip, our first act is nearly over and our second is considerably shorter than the first. Would you have a song by any chance? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, why don't we?
I do have, in common with my role this evening, aspirations as an author, and have composed a brief song which I venture to say underscores the dilemma I share with characters.
It's titled Mr. Bax.
Never the luck, Mr. Cartwright.
Ladies and gentlemen, an unscheduled diversion to this evening's program. Mr. Philip Bax singing his unpublished and perhaps rightfully unheard composition, Never the Luck.
Never the luck, and never the lead, and never you mind, they say. In time we all taste the lime in the light, and I'll have my night someday. Still, each precious pot seems over and done before I've begun to speak. I cast out my lie and keep my hand in, but I'll not stand in this week. Some starless night they'll call towards the wings, who here dances and sings. That's when yours truly springs, and seeing me then they will cry. Why, he knows each line and everyone's cue. We must let him do the part. I'll leave center stage, the music will play.